Welcome back to the channel. Today we are in the 78704 zip code in Austin's most popular neighborhood, Travis Heights. We are currently behind the I Love You So Much mural, which is part of Joe's Coffee. 10 out of 10, by the way. We're going to give you an inside look into some real estate options in this neighborhood, and a $3.375 million house is on the menu, so stay tuned for that. We'll also be exploring some of the shopping, dining, entertainment on South Congress, one of Austin's most popular fun streets. Let's get started. My favorite spot in Austin to get some pizza is right here at Home Slice. There's actually two locations, this one and the original just across that alley. We're on South Congress, one of the most popular shopping districts in Austin. We're going to try it out. There's a whole barrage of pizzas here. We have the classic cheese pie, stepping up a little bit from that basic. We got the pepperoni. This is a sausage with green bell peppers. It's a white pie with spinach, and this is a margarita. There's all different kinds of pizzas. These are just the 5 that were for pizza of the day, or you can order them by the slice. If you want a different kind, you have to get a whole pie. All right, guys, we just wrapped up across the street from Home Slice. As soon as you cross the street, we're going to have Huero's Taco Bar, which is a massive, cool spot for like tacos, drinks, really great spot. Next door, we have an oak garden that has different little food trucks. Behind me is my favorite restaurant, actually, Perlas. And down the street is a brand new coffee spot called La La Land. All right, guys, we're pulling up on a really popular, famous spot, the Austin Motel. Tons of history behind that. Just across the street, you'll see the mix of the old and the new. That's a brand new, very modern shopping center. There's all kinds of shops, everything from Nike and Alo all the way up to like Hermes. And of course, we can't forget about everybody's favorite, Reformation, best spot to get your girl a nice sundress. We're here at Abba, super famous restaurant. Very chic. Look at the decor on the inside. Very, very nice. Great date spot if you want to come to Austin and have a good time. Separate bar altogether as well. And here on Music Lane, there is a variety of options. We don't only have that restaurant. We have a Soho House, which is a premium social club. If you want more details on that, definitely shoot me a message. And we also have the Austin version of Erewhon. We have a Sun Life Organics. So you can get yourself like a $25 acai bowl. All right, guys, parks and recreation here in the Travis Heights neighborhood. The anchoring park is called Stacy Park. It's divided into 2 sections, Big Stacy and Little Stacy Park. Blunt Creek runs through the middle of both of those. And immediately across this little creek, we have a public pool with lifeguards and everything, and an elementary school for your kids and their needs. The real estate market here right now is a little bit slower. So if you're thinking about relocating to Austin right now, is a great opportunity to get into the market. Houses are lasting about 75 days on the market, and we have about 8 months of inventory, meaning we are in a buyer's market. You have negotiating strength. If you want to move here, definitely shoot me a message. The main perk of this neighborhood is its proximity to the downtown area. We are conveniently located next to I-35, and it's a good time to talk about the boundaries of the neighborhood. There is Lady Bird Lake to the north, I-35 to the east. To the west, we're bound by Congress, which is all the cool shopping, and to the south is Oltorf. Now we're here at Little Stacy Park. This one is actually, in my opinion, much more of a park. The other's just more of a walkway. Here we have pickleball courts. There's a basketball full-size court on that end, little swings, play equipment for the kids, also some walking trails. And it's really cool how all these homes are kind of enveloping the park. And we're really like 5 minutes away from downtown Austin, so truly a spectacular location. First, we have a absolute stunner here behind me, a 2,800 square foot new construction property, literally across the street from Little Stacy Park. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,800 square foot masterpiece. It's got a fully detached garage, an amazing pool, and possibly the best view of any house we've ever showcased on the channel. Right when you step in, you're met with the living and the entertainer's paradise kitchen, a very large rectangular island with a beautifully marbled stone that actually is reflected on the backsplash, with this common space countertop being a unique pattern. We have a nice deep gray sink. Everything in this house has a very unique and eccentric design, which is very characteristic of the Travis Heights neighborhood. Everything from the chandelier lights and the special custom fans were designer picked, and this house is on the market for $2.8 million, which in my opinion is a great deal. Even check out the refrigerator. It's kind of like on its own support column island. Of course, we had to go with Sub-Zero or Wolf on all the appliances, which, if you don't know, is the top of the line. The living area is right here, but first we're going to show you the dining, which is perfect for indoor and outdoor flex spaces. When we step outside, you'll notice that this wood deck is not yet stained. The home is brand new, and this is one of the final touches they will be putting, kind of like the cherry on top of an already beautiful masterpiece. To kick things off, back here we have a beautiful pool that is enveloped with all these beautiful trees and this sky little connector between the garage and the principal structure in the home. As we traverse the wooden deck, I do want to point attention to the vast amount of this Core 10 steel that was used as retaining walls. Guys, that is definitely not cheap to do, and it really shows you that no expenses were spared in the construction of this compound. As we make our way upstairs, of course, keep in mind all this would be cleared out. It's still in construction. But check this out. This is the detached 2-car garage, or you have a big old taxing truck, maybe just 1 car. Very signature move here from the Travis Heights neighborhood is to have an alley-loaded lot. You'll notice a lot of these other houses have the parking in the back just because of the increased density. I mean, who could blame Austinites for wanting to be in Austin's hottest location, right? As we make our way back to the primary structure, take notice of how much concrete is used. This almost feels like a commercial building, and this is definitely not cheap to get done. So very, very nice to see that. We have a little bit of xeriscaped all the way to the side door, and we're going to come in the other way so you can check out the mud room with its own little mud bench. You have drawers for gloves or any of your other accessories, as well as some space to put other things you don't want to bring into your beautiful home, right? Here we have white oak flooring, and we will have that throughout the rest of the structure. Upstairs, we'll find more of the bedrooms, but first down here, I think this would make the best home office. Look at how big this window is. And it's got a beautiful view. Little Stacy Park is literally just across the street that way. It comes fully equipped with a big closet so you can put a bunch of stuff in there and keep it out of the way. Little bathroom right here. Very unique tiled work throughout the whole home. With that said, let's go upstairs and check out the rest. Here on the second floor, we're going to have 2 secondary bedrooms that way, but we're going to focus on the primary suite. Starting off in the bedroom, we have an abundance of windows. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 windows. Beautifully architected to fit inside the trees. Amazing privacy, amazing views. This bedroom has a unique closet setup, as you can see. We have 2 sides for his and hers, or for him and him, or her and her, as well as some built-in little drawers, which is really sweet. Here in the bathroom, we have that same stone that was in the kitchen, a standalone tub, toilet closet, and a bathroom with tile that fully engulfs you as you relax. Let's check out the upstairs with the best view of the entire city. All right, guys, we're now on the 3rd floor. Check this out. Same time, 2 doors, 1 guy. Look at that. First, we'll show you the less impressive view. Nonetheless, it is a very serene spot with overlook views of the park that we were just showing you. A fully functional wet bar with a refrigerator attached, and the absolute stunner in this house. Look at that skyline. You can see everything from the Rainy District, the Waterline Tower, that big white one that's currently under construction with a crane on top, all the way to the west side of downtown, to the Jenga Tower and beyond. That wraps up for this house. Now let's check out a $3.3 million house. Now we're going to give you an inside look into a 4-bed, 4.5 bath, 3,205 square foot, brand new construction. This house has so many architectural features. Even in the front, you see that little sweep with that nice curve in the carport. That's going to be a recurring theme throughout the home. Let's get started. Upon entry, you'll notice the front door also has a nice curve. There's tons of arches in this home. And my favorite part, honestly, is this foyer section. Look at the checkered tile, and this house is 3 stories with an opening between the staircase and the wall. We're going to give you a look from the top down. It looks spectacular. We'll begin the tour here in the home office immediately upon entry. As you can see, it's clearly staged as an office, and it has 2 nice picture windows illuminating the space. As we go down the hallway, you'll also notice 2 other arches. Like I said, recurring theme. I love this gray paint they use throughout the interior. All the finishes are designer hand-picked, and everything, workmanship-wise, is of the highest quality. The floor is going to be transitioning into a white oak engineered hardwood, and the stone in this home has a cool combination of this like sexy, moody gray and a plain white countertop on the usable surfaces. The appliances, of course, are paneled. This home goes for $3.375 million, so a little bit over $1,000 per square foot, which sounds like a lot, but honestly, a lot of the new construction in this neighborhood is going to be in that price range. For the range, we have a Wolf, which is of the highest quality, and this has 8 burners, guys. I don't think I've ever seen an 8 burner. Usually it's 5 or 6. One really cool and neat and quite unique property of this home is this little niche right here, which is a water refiller, and it has the plumbing from the refrigerator. I think this is a really unique way to have access in case you have like a coffee bar, pantry, but of course that would be emptied out. Drink refrigerator. The listing agent, John Doucette, is a very nice guy. I got to meet him. He actually built this property himself, so he gave me all the inside scoop, which you're going to get. We make our way into the living room, which is arguably the most unique room in the entire house. The walls have a deep blue color to them. Again, this is framed entirely by another arch. We have access to the exterior. And guys, this mantle right here, he actually got it. The seller got it at a like art auction place here in Austin. It's from the 1800s, and it's hand-carved marble. And yes, it conveys with a sale of the property. Let's make our way to the exterior. In the exterior, you'll find a nice swimming pool with amazing views. There's a lot of pockets in Austin where homes are renovated and they're next to some like shack, which no disrespect, it's just not everybody's cup of tea. This here is a neighborhood that's been fully converted. So you have that appeal, in its entirety. We have really nice pavers right here, tons of retaining walls in concrete, and a fully equipped outdoor kitchen, guys. Check this out. The brand is Mont Alpi. I hadn't heard of it, but I looked it up, and it's actually super high quality. This home was built in the 1920s, and it's important to discuss this before we enter. This was the original house that he renovated and left a couple of things original for you to enjoy. The flooring in here switches to LVP, which is a strategic decision because people would be using the pool. LVP is much more water resistant, so that's the reason why. This was one of the bathrooms that was left in its initial condition. Some things, honestly, most things were renovated or spruced up a little bit, but he kept the same penny tile, gave it that really cool vintage Austin vibe that people absolutely go crazy for. As we go into the bedroom, this is a detached casita that's a 1-1. The ceiling height in here is very generous, and that beam fits in with the walls. There is an exterior little patio, balcony that you can overlook the yard from. And the closet space is quite generous for a 1-1, with a possibility of a washer-dryer hookup if you wanted to make this like a separate rentable unit, if you wanted to Airbnb it, or just have like family or an aging parent maybe, this would be a great option. My favorite part about this casita in the back is going to be the fact that there is a wine cellar in a pseudo basement. Look at that. Oh God, we're going down. Check it out. We have the original 1920s stone walls. Actually, the foundation is from 1920. This stone wall was added in the 50s. So it's still about 70 years old. And he staged it perfectly. with those wine bottles. So now that we're out of the basement, we're going back into the primary structure, which is going to showcase this deep olive toned paint that really ties in the whole aesthetic. Beautiful exterior lighting. As we enter, you'll notice there is a side door which is connected to the carport, where you can go ahead and have a mudroom section. Very convenient, very functional design. This handrail is a single piece. Of course, it was welded together and assembled on site, but it is absolutely gorgeous. It feels super premium. Now that we're upstairs, there is a fully functional laundry room with its own sink, making chores easier than ever. Next up, we have a secondary bedroom that is a generous size with a really unique turquoise tile. Check this out. I think it plays really well with the gold accents of the hardware, which is then mirrored with this teal and gold toned tile. I think the design ties really well. Speaking of gold, check out these button sconce lights. Very, very nice. Now it's time for the primary suite. Guys, this is actually a really unique bedroom, so stay tuned. Check this out. You have a changing room. I don't even call it a closet because this is not the main closet. Here you can probably keep your most used accessories, maybe some coats, jackets, maybe your most frequented red bottoms. And we make our way into the master bathroom. We have a standalone tub, extremely large format tile, a double vanity. Hear that texture. Beautiful. A full walk-in shower with a bench and a toilet closet. Underneath this archway is the closet. Look at this. We have a completely detached closet that has a cool tech feature. This top row is pretty much out of reach for most people. I'm 6'4" and I can barely reach this, which you don't even have to use that. You can use this little attachment. Look at this. Shit. All right. And most of these collapsible racks stop here at 90 degrees, but this one goes all the way down. So you can grab whatever you need and then put it right back. Isn't that neat? Leave a comment below. Have you ever seen a closet that used that tech? Because frankly, I have it and I see closets all the time. Now we'll make our way into the actual bedroom, which has beautiful windows. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 of them are picture windows, 2 are operable windows. And the primary bedroom has access to this exterior balcony where you can see what I mean when I say that the entire neighborhood has that modern aesthetic that's been done up. So you don't really have any like tiny little shacks next to your house. So that's a great plus. I also want to point attention to the shingle that's used on this casita, which is the same as the main house. Very unique pattern. It was actually imported from out of state. Now let's make our way to the 3rd floor. Before we even make it, we have yet another exterior space. Look at this. Beautiful spot to get some coffee, relax, say hi to the neighbors, which are actually on set right now. It's a beautiful sunset today here in Austin, Texas. Here we have a little upstairs nook. It's currently staged as like a guitar hangout spot, but you could do a lot of things with it. It could be your man cave. It could be like a gaming corner. Lots of ideas. Check out this super moody black and white bathroom. And last but not least, we have a flex room with a very unique roof line to it. Beautiful different windows coming in and out, along with additional storage. One of the best parts of this 3rd floor is going to be this outdoor. It's really cool because you can see where the roof would have been. This is straight off the gable, and you can see you have a nice tranquil view from both sides. This way being the backyard, and you're actually the highest in the whole neighborhood, which is really neat. This whole home is built on the top of the hill. And on this side, you can kind of see the downtown cranes poking out. And in the winter, when some of these leaves do fall, because they're deciduous trees, you will have an even better view. That wraps up the tour of this amazing property. And guys, one final detail. This is the original abstract of title dating back to the late 1800s, and it is a physical copy. The old owners of the house that lived here for like 50 years before it was redone came and gave this to the current seller. So super unique about this property. And I think that really gives the entire wrap up of what the Travis Heights neighborhood truly is. It's eccentric and it's very unique because of its central location. It's about 10 minutes from the airport, 5 minutes from downtown. It's literally on South Congress. So amazing location, one of the most pristine neighborhoods in the Austin area. If you're thinking about relocating, and if you're still watching, you probably are, or you just love my videos. Either way, smash the like button, shoot me a message, and leave a comment below what your favorite part was of the entire neighborhood spotlight.